Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.
Good morning.
And welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm Sabrina Daly.
I'm Paul Lopez.
And I'm April Martinez. And
What the
Friday? And
Yeah.
guys, we are still live on TikTok.
Yes, we
have,
are.
Quite a few viewers that are.
How much do we
tuning
have,
in.
girl?
I want to say 9.
Girl,
Is that
that's a
correct?
lot. What?
We have about 9 viewers that are tuning in to TikTok. So as you know, we've been doing this TikTok for some time where they see us behind the scene. They hear a little banter every now and again. Yeah, they're still there, Paul. Say hi. And they're doing their thing.
And we have to go.
We do. We do got to lock off, but thank you guys so much for joining us and tune in to us live on Open Your Eyes on Facebook and on YouTube at Open Your Eyes and Greater Belize Media. Bye.
So now that we are working to end that, girl, you're moving. You really navigate that quite nicely. Sorry,
Yeah,
maybe not that.
Maybe not that nicely. I'm learning.
No, that was me all week. Don't feel no way. But let's jump into it. We have a wonderful show lined up for you this morning, this Friday, and I know it's chilly. We feel it too. We've been adjusting the internal air temperature in here, but I know it's quite nippy outside. And in terms of our show lineup, though, this is what we have for you. Of course, you would know that on Fridays, we open the call lines to you guys to call in and share your thoughts on various local and even some international topics as well. But aside from that, it's going to also be about some big deals, bigger savings at Quartz warehouse sale. So we're going to be having representatives from Quartz to talk about that. Then honoring heritage through film with Roots. And DJ Perf and Stig bring a new chapter in Belizean music. We're going to be having some musicians inside. And then finally, honoring National Service on BDF Day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's quite an exciting lineup.
Yes.
Aside from that, we have the Get the Facts call-in segment, as you mentioned, Sabrina, where viewers, you get to share your thoughts on the local news, and we do encourage you to call in and to give your opinions, your thoughts. Sometimes we talk about some topics. You might have another topic you want to say something about. Yeah, you're free to do that on the line. It's free to give your opinion. Perhaps it's not free to call in, but it's certainly free to give your opinion on this media house. And so these are the topics we're looking at this morning. We're looking at renewable energy, and we're questioning whether it is the next big thing for Belize. We're also continuing the conversation on the BTL Smart acquisition, and we're asking, why is BTL still pushing the Smart acquisition? It's an interesting question. I think depending on who you ask that question, you'll get different answers. Also on the same issue, we're asking, when does peaceful protesting cross the line into trespassing? Right, and of course that question ties directly into what we saw on Tuesday in front of and on the compound of the BTL headquarters here in Belize City. Fourth, should there be more discussions about what counts or what is sexual assault? You all know where that conversation is coming from as well. That has to do with the arrest and conviction of the teacher from San Pedro High School. And then last but certainly not least, another conversation we've been having all week. Should area representatives be more transparent about constituency spending, or that CDF, constituency development funds? And so these are the topics we have on the table for you all this morning.
Paul, we also have to mention very quickly that, you know, we are expecting the arrival of Guyanese president tomorrow. That's Mr. Ifran Ali. And we are going to be providing that coverage live tomorrow
Yeah.
when he arrives. So
On
we also
Sunday.
wanted to on Sunday, sorry. I don't know why I think that's Saturday today. People apologize.
Yeah, yeah, that is so true, and that visit is important for many reasons. Well, first we know that he will arrive on Sunday, and that on Monday he will be in the National Assembly building.
the new
My
National
understanding
Assembly
is that
building.
the man are christened the National Assembly building, right? So he'll be there for the official opening of the
Yes.
parliamentary year. I don't know. For some reason, it only dawned on me yesterday that we're still in January.
Yes.
In fact, that we are in a new year, right?
You still right 2025?
No. I was just thinking the last house meeting was in December.
Yes.
But it wasn't really connecting that we're actually in a new year, and
year.
so you have a new parliamentary year coming up. And for Belize and Guyana, there's a great deal of opportunities on the table for increased cooperation. There's areas of mutual interest when you think about food security in the region.
Some of the things that we share, I guess, very similar things that we prioritize, like agriculture.
Yeah,
when
that's
you think
food
of the
security.
landscape of Guyana as well. One of the things that I learned was that, and I was doing a little bit of research on Guyana. Just
same.
about 80% of their, I guess, country is mass in just like forest, which is very similar to Belize having a large portion of our country being forest as well. But what everyone is talking about Guyana in regards to has been oil, and the way that their economy has skyrocketed since tapping into their oil industry, the way that their GDP has grown since then in just a matter of a year, and what it's expected to grow to even this year. They're anticipating the GDP to reach 16.2%. Which is excellent. And so just Guyana being a part of CARICOM, I think, allows Belize to really benefit from this newfound level of success that they're seeing now.
I think that's what we were hoping for when we found oil here in Belize a few years ago. Like, I think that was the hope for us. But just to kind of plug in there, we've had relationships with Guyana long before this.
Yeah.
We are one of two of three countries that are on mainland that is part of CARICOM, Suriname being the third. But our relationship with Guyana goes back long before like our nationalist movements. So from the 20s and the 30s that Belize was going through their nationalist moving and trying to like push unionism and road to independence, Guyana was doing the same. And our historical relationship of being British colonies on a particular landmass, I think Guyana is the only British country in South America, or English-speaking country, in South America. And Belize is the only English-speaking country in Central America. But beyond that, we have certain things like territorial disputes that kind of connect us together. And I wanted to drop this little fun fact just because maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people don't know this. So you know that song where say, not a blade of grass, not man maras, not a blade of grass. That's our like no to Guatemala territorial dispute, right? That song is not Belizean. That song is Guyanese from the trade winds in the 70s when they were fighting for their territorial, not 70s, sorry, the 60s before they wrote the independence. So we adopted that by just having this relationship with them, and that became kind of like our song when it comes to like saying no to territorial disputes. So our relationship is cultural, artistical, historical, and so I think his visit will kind of solidify how we move forward with our bilateral diplomatic relations.
Because you can't think that they'll have these meetings and there won't be signing of agreements that are essentially mutually beneficial.
Agreed.
And the PM did say that.
Or that, if you put it in a broader terms, that we know I get something, and they want to get something in exchange as well, right?
That's how it works.
That's how it works. And one of the things that a lot of countries in the region are eyeing is what Sabrina mentioned initially, the oil revenue that Guyana is currently generating. They're projected to generate $3 billion in oil revenue this year alone. That is our entire budget, right? So, and this is one commodity. And so with that amount of liquidity in Guyana, there's room for investment in Belize, right? So whether we're thinking investment in the agriculture sector,
education,
right? In the agricultural sector, because when you think about how Guyana is one of the leaders in the move to reduce the food import bill in the region, then you think that Guyana has and Guyana probably is looking at Belize's land mass, and we perhaps don't have the necessary investment capital to expand our agricultural operations. And so here comes Guyana now, with the expertise and the understanding and the capital, they can come and they can invest in expanding our agricultural production for the benefit of Belizeans, because they're creating jobs, they're building the economy, but also for the benefit of the region, because then you increase agricultural production and you export that into the region, then you can reach that strategic targeted goal of reducing the region's import food bill, right? But then also you could look at the fact that Belize serves as a bridge between the Caribbean and Central America. And with that capital from oil that Guyana has, there's an opportunity for this to be a launch pad, if you would, into Central America for businesses, for businessmen that are looking for lucrative opportunities in Central America. And so here comes CARICOM. We sister, Belize are right there. All right, let's see how we can invest here to get our products through this collaboration into Central America. And who knows, they might also say, well, that BPO industry that look like that, the boom right now, that Belize, and we want a stake in that, and perhaps they may see opportunities to invest as well. The people, all I say, there's a lot of money flowing in Guyana right now, and there are.
It almost seems like they're living a fairy tale,
so
right?
I was gonna say, what I'm very curious to, and this might be just my old brain, but I'm curious to see more or less the ways that they strategically manage this. Because when I say, right, when a poor man all of a sudden win the lotto, it's very easy for make that money run out quick.
And go right back poor.
And go right back poor. So I'm very curious to hear how they have increased their strategy to manage this amount of wealth. Because while we are looking for maybe a little piece of the pie, we also have to be able to look at the movements that they've been doing in order to perhaps include that or I guess capitalize on the strategy, not so much the product but the strategy, because Belize has great resources. One of the things
we don't have the capital.
We don't have the capital, and we also don't have the resources or the human power as well to manage certain resources. So I think I'm more curious to see how they've been doing. I'm very curious to hear from him in that way. I'm also very curious to hear how they have managed to pay their people to stay in Guyana. Because before oil, there was a massive migration influx to the United States.
And now people want to go to Guyana. That's what the PM was saying. He was saying, prior to, this fairy tale unfolding of oil production back in 2019, no one really wanted to go to Guyana. He spoke of when he visited Georgetown and how similarly it looked to Belize City. And now we're seeing a shift take place. It kind of reminds me of the shift that is taking place with El Salvador, where now people want to visit El Salvador because it's considered the safest country in Central America. Now Guyana is looked upon as probably leaning to more as the richest country in the CARICOM region.
Well, we look forward to his arrival. Like I said earlier, he's coming in on Sunday, and we are going to be showcasing his arrival live here on Greater Belize Media. But the next topic of discussion, guys.
All right, so as we look on this list, I think perhaps...
And just to remind our viewers, sorry, Paul, please do call in and give us your opinions. That's 280-0016. This is the call in segment and get your opinion in on air. So yes, Paul, start.
Yeah, so I wonder if we could touch a bit on the second topic, still on BTL.
Yeah, sure. We can continue that.
BTL still pushing.
I think the reason why
acquisition.
it's worthy of us still discussing as well was one, because this is now the opportunity that people have to call in and share their thoughts, especially on the developments that took place on Tuesday, where the protest was held in front of the BTL headquarters on St. Thomas Street. I've been seeing a lot of discourse online. We kind of shared our thoughts on that as well, Paul, on Wednesday, where there are differing views. There are some people who are rallying behind these protesters that went there. Of course, you would know several unions came out. Also, the United Democratic Party went out. And you could clearly see the difference in their approach. The United Democratic Party was more confrontational. You know, they went all the way in on the compound, seemingly showing intentions of actually going inside the building.
You know what? And my question
stop
with
that board meeting from taking place.
So my question with that whole intention of going in, how were they going to stop it? What was the actual plan without using brutal force? And the part that I listened to when you guys were discussing, and it was a great conversation, but you are essentially you're no longer leading a protest, you are leading a mob. And you are leading a mob into trouble where you don't know how you're going to get them out of. And so with that plan being so unstrategic and so chaotic, where if Lee Marchand did not come in and say, guys, like let's bring the temperature down, we don't know what would have occurred.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were willing to bail out 60 plus mobsters and protesters out of a space that they had no business being in. Because when you don't control that, you are breaking and entering, you are breaking an establishment, and those people would have all rights to sue. And those police would have all rights to arrest you. And my other question would be, this is your cause, quote unquote. The majority of your protesters that were there and storming that place know exactly what they were doing and what they were fighting for.
Well, seemingly so, because the leader of the United Democratic Party, opposition leader as well, Tracy Tager-Panton, said that this is only phase 1 of 4. And so it seems that there was a clear plan to go in and send a firm message. I'm not certain if it was by her instruction to go inside the building, but I stick to my point that I mentioned on Wednesday. I don't think that that was the right approach to make. I think of the employees inside the BTL building as well, and how they must have felt. And the unions knew better.
Yes.
The unions have structure to this
They
thing,
stood
you know.
they
This
know what
at first,
protesting is.
you know,
Yeah.
and you know, the UDP, several of these parties have also protested before, so they know how this works as well. But the unions, I think, have a different approach. They have a phased approach, and you know, it would start with like a go slow, then a sick out, then you know, it increases to them becoming a little bit more, for the lack of a better word, it
Active.
increases to them becoming more aggressive.
Yeah.
But clearly what we saw on Tuesday was like 0 to 100 real quick with the UDP, and I don't think that that was the right approach.
Well, the thing is, the UDP has a lot to gain from this, and while I may, to a degree, agree that the approach they took may not have been the best, this is the way of politics. This is the way of partisan politics in terms of addressing hot button issues in the line of protest. The PUP has done it where you've seen this kind of uproar and this kind of dissent, if you would, or this kind of, where there's a debate about whether or not they went against the law or whether or not they contravened any laws. This has happened in both parties. It's a part of the nature of how we do politics, a part of the nature of how we do opposition here in Belize. And the United Democratic Party has a lot to gain from this. One, it is a hot button issue where they believe that their voices can be heard and that of their supporters in terms of really amplifying their position on this issue. But also you have to look at the fact, as I had said before, that the United Democratic Party was really not visible in the political scene for many years.
I agree.
Many years. And now here they are. And so that you let them out at the gate. Finally, they've kind of solidified some more level of leadership, has that level of organization that we haven't seen in the United Democratic Party. And here comes this issue that they're taking head on. So they have something to gain in terms of visibility, to say that we are here, we're back, and we are back in full force. And so this is what we're going to do. But they also have an opportunity to gain some political mileage. When you think about what happened with the whole telecommunications issue back in 2005 to 2008, the whole issue with telecoms at that time, I was too young to understand or to get it. But what happened really in terms of the years, when you look at it in terms of the season, it was a huge blow to the then People's United Party's administration in terms of them losing the 2008 election. And so you have to think about the political leverage and the political mileage that the United Democratic Party can gain from this, and the political credibility that the People's United Party can lose. And so it's a game, in essence. It's a strategic game when you look at it from the political aspect. Lawlessness is, because we have accepted it, a part of that process.
Agreed.
A part of that strategy.
No, I absolutely agree. But here is my issue with that. You are putting your citizens in a monopoly of that sort. You're using them as your chess pieces. And for me, I don't bode well with that.
I mean,
you want to know why?
I agree for getting used as a chess piece, though.
Probably, but here's the problem. They're only agreeing to a certain extent. Had this escalated to something else, 60 of them people may get bailed out of jail.
I don't think so.
And this is where...
Did you see the size of the police force out there?
I agree,
they were
Paul,
completely overwhelmed.
You call in extra hands after a while when it gets out of hand. My issue is that, again, you're right. Everything that you said is right. I don't disagree with anything that you've said, right? My issue with something like this is, if this is your way of coming out and showing up that you are back, I don't like it. Because to me, it is not you leading in a manner that is strategic and that is, you are thinking before you act. You are just going rogue, full speed ahead, and I disagree with that.
It could also be said, though, that a part of the strategy was to present that like there was an intention to go all the way, knowing that they did not have that intention. Not how you show strength. But we are looking at that subjectively,
right?
And even to your point that you were saying that these people not knowing what they were doing, kind of like just following blindly. We don't know what the discussions were with the leader and the person saying this, that a plan. We go in, we are storm in, we are pretend like we go in that the door inside, and then we are stop right there. We want,
you think that Lee Mark come in and that was all like a ploy?
I think it could be. I think it could be.
That would be one heck of a chess game.
Make I tell you, a game plan is a game plan, babe. And I think there's a possibility that, to the point that Paul mentioned, and I think it's safe to say that that's an extremely valid point, that there is an importance for the United Democratic Party to show now more than ever that they are present, that they are structured, that they are united, especially when one little thing could happen and they could be divided, right? And with the history of the telecoms in Belize, this could still feel very much kind of like an old wound opening up.
Right.
And so the nostalgia of it, knowing that it was one of these very issues involving the telecoms that brought down the confidence of the People's United Party, this is the perfect opportunity for them to strike.
All right. Well, I'm very curious to hear what our viewers have to say about this topic. And you want to know why I'm glad that we're still highlighting it, because I think that if we don't, the conversation kind of like dwindles.
Well,
right?
we still
And
have to
don't
because it's
want
still ongoing.
Yeah, I mean, today
right?
there's a protest.
Yeah, there's a
Exactly.
protest
protest
again
scheduled
today.
for
Yeah.
today. And so I, you know, throughout this whole thing, I'm still asking myself where the Public Utilities Commission is.
That's a good question.
I'm not even
But we've
thinking.
heard from them this week.
We heard from them saying what? I can't remember. Did we hear from them this week?
We heard from Dr. Leroy Almendarez
Yeah, well,
speaking on
he's a-
the PUC.
Right. All right. Yeah, just to say that the PUC has authority.
Yes,
Right.
and essentially saying that the telecoms sector will be protected regardless of this deal being signed.
Yeah.
And
That's
I,
not a commentary. That's not what you're looking
No,
for.
well,
I mean, regardless, it's still an input on the PUC and what their role is, and the fact that they are showing great intent on protecting the telecoms, on protecting consumers, on protecting customers. And so we can't necessarily say that there's been complete silence on the
Yeah.
matter where the PUC is concerned.
But there's been too much silence
Okay.
on the matter where the PUC is concerned. That is my thing, because the authority that is granted to the PUC in terms of regulating the telecommunications sector, that is clearly outlined in the Belize Telecommunications Act.
So what do you think would have been a more appropriate approach coming from the PUC? And I'm saying this because I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible,
Yeah,
and we
no,
all
no,
are.
no,
If there's
We
anybody
all
out
are.
there in the
Yeah.
PUC
I'm trying to
has
present-
a comment, can please call
Well,
in.
Sober minds, right?
Okay.
So the
Yeah.
PUC has essentially said, look, this telecom sector will be regulated regardless of this deal being signed.
It
But
is
prior
already
to that,
regulated.
but there will be, maybe they're saying then that it will be even stricter measures to ensure that regulation is kept so customers are not taken advantage of, regardless of this deal being signed.
So-
then there's also the SI that was mentioned on the table
Yeah.
as well. And I guess all in an effort to say, guys, there will be regulations. You know, I have to worry about your prices, the spike if there is a signing taking place of this company SpeedNet being bought. There's also the SI essentially saying even if it's not bought, there still will be this SI that I believe it's for the entire year. The rates won't
Well,
break,
here's it.
right?
Well, so that's the freeze rates. But basically, what we heard the PM say yesterday is that this SI will protect the public interest, will be to protect the public, right? And it will be about pricing. But when I look in the Telecommunications Act, Section 3 of the Telecommunications Act, this speaks to the objectives of this act. And you know, one of the things that the act says that this act is created to ensure and promote fair pricing and the use of cost-based pricing methods by providers in Belize. Essentially, that is simply saying that a business will have to look at its production cost, add some specific profit margin or markup to set a price. So, baked within the Telecommunications Act is already a conversation. This is only one part of it where they're talking about pricing and fair pricing. So if you're saying you're creating an SI to address pricing and fair pricing, then I wonder then what is what is in the Telecommunications Act already null and void?
Yeah.
Right? And then just one other thing, another interesting thing I found in the Act, it says that in Section 15 of the Act, it says that any person who wishes to transfer or modify or enter into a merger of sorts or vary the terms of a license, that is either BTL, Smart, etc., that they must first make a written application to the PUC. And here is what it says the PUC must do when they receive that application, right? Because we understand, based on reports, we understand that to a degree that application has been made. But here is what it says the PUC must do. Here is what the PUC must do. According to the Act, the PUC must give public notice of the application in 2 newspapers and invite interested person who wishes to object to the application to do so in writing within 14 days, right? And then it says the PUC will then decide if they will grant what is being requested, having regard for things like whether it is in the public interest. The PM talks about public interest in this new SI. That's written all over the Telecommunications Act, whether there's a likelihood of unfair pricing practices and other practices. Again, all within the Telecommunications
So
Act.
are you saying...
Have we seen any publications in newspaper?
I can't tell you because I
don't
don't read the
right?
newspaper.
Me
I'm
either,
sorry.
but I mean...
Do you think he would have mentioned it then if it wasn't there?
I think it would have been out there. I think
If somebody out there has a newspaper of the latest edition for maybe like the past 2 weeks, 3
Yeah.
weeks, can you let us know,
Because-
please?
So
Because
are you-
I'm very curious.
Are you saying then, Paul, that
I'm
these
asking.
measures that are taken,
Yeah.
are you
I'm saying
are you
that there-
suggesting
that they have not been implemented?
Dang.
I'm
Are
saying
you suggesting that what we have been seeing isn't necessarily anything extra that is being put to the table
Well, I haven't
to
seen
reassure
the SI.
the public?
I haven't seen the SI, but what I've heard about the SI is it's about pricing and it's about public interest.
Yes.
And what I'm saying...
But that also mentions pricing and
right,
public interest.
and what I'm saying is the objective of the
Act.
Telecommunications Act is first and foremost, just right there, when it speaks to the objective of the Act. Belize Telecommunication Act, what is the purpose objective of this Act? To provide for regulations and control of telecommunications matters in the public interest. It's about the public interest. This is what this Act is talking about. And so what I'm saying is that there's clear guidelines outlined
that it
within...
doesn't look like we've been following.
Well, we have to ask
Yeah.
if we've been following this guideline. When in other monopolies, which Mr. Dr. Almendaris refers to as natural monopolies, like the water and the light,
yeah.
when they want an increase, right? They have their own act that guides, regulates them.
Right.
But when they want to increase prices, it's a similar thing, you know.
Yeah, they have to request.
They have to request it, and publications are made
Yes,
in the
because
newspaper.
we already
In
see
fact,
it.
not only in the newspaper, we see publications in commercials on TV.
Yes.
You know, you'll see
Yes.
like a scroll going up
The public
saying,
notice.
right. And so the Act, the Telecommunication Act ensures that there's that sort of accountability and that there's that sort of transparency in these processes.
So I just, because we have to move on to another
Yeah,
topic.
all right.
But I would like to know, your thoughts, viewers. Tell us in the comment section, because I honestly, Paul, you to spit facts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
and this
True,
isn't
funny.
the first, and this isn't the first time that well, all of us here at this table have reviewed past legislations, past acts, past constitutional statements that are being reintroduced based on whatever is happening in the country. So this isn't new news.
Right,
It's
and-
just that we don't read
So
our
we ask ourselves, as we move on from this topic, we ask ourselves, I wonder where BTL want to decide if they want to buy it or not. I wonder where SpeedNet want to decide if they want to sell or not. Well, according to the Act, it clearly states that no licensee can complete a merger with any person without the prior written approval of the PUC. In other words,
The PUC
the
approves it.
PUC has to approve it, and the PUC can refuse to grant such a merger from happening if they determine that it is that it frustrates the objectives of this act, which is fair pricing
And
which
consumer
is
interest.
consumer public interest, competition, sort
Yeah.
of thing like that. And this is why I'm saying, where's the PUC?
Yeah.
I feel like they're a bit
Silent.
too silent
Yeah.
on this matter, and so
Or too neutral, perhaps.
or perhaps too neutral,
Because-
right, as the regulator.
What we have been seeing is they've just been reassuring us that we have regulations in place. We want to make sure that we're no good, consumers. But now, essentially, what you're saying here is that the PUC has an even greater role than the public might actually
Oh
realize.
they
and
have
so-
a huge role.
And so it's the PUC that we should be saying.
Yeah, we
That's
don't
why we
PUC,
hope-
we don't-
you better say no, PUC.
No, or even so, if you say yes, right? If you say yes,
What are the
then it says
regulations and
here,
restrictions?
if you say yes, if you grant such an application, and you they can impose terms or condition that they think is fit. So perhaps an SI, if they grant such a thing. But they also have to give written notice to the public or a written notice of its decision and the reasons why they made that decision to any person who makes representation. So let's say the union comes, they're a representative body, and the executive comes and say, hey, we made this decision. I need to know why. They have to give a written notice to it. So the PUC plays an important role.
All right, guys.
Well, I
please
really
know.
hope that you get your commentary. I hope that somebody out there was watching and they're like, okay, we have to call Paul and give him a commentary.
No, well, I mean,
and you can do that.
Yes,
the
you
phone
can.
line
they say
is
that
open.
they say that they're still deliberating. That's what we know, that they're still deliberating. But while they're deliberating, consultations are taking place, and you have to ask, will these consultations be in futility if PUC at the end of the day decides no? What's the point of investing all that time and energy if the PUC says no? Or is it that the PUC is waiting for the consultations to finish to see what the people think about it before they make a decision and based on public opinion?
And
I don't know.
based on the way that things are going with the protests and so forth, and of course commentary online, it is clear that the conversation is still ongoing. And I would imagine so that they have to get all of the facts in before they make a decision.
Yeah,
but
so
the
that's just
following
looking at it.
topic and the last topic that we are going to touch on is a topic that you guys were discussing from yesterday, and that is the issue of the sexual assault that took place.
Mr. Alexander Nalares, correct?
Yes, that took place.
And so the question we have on the table is, should there be more discussion about what counts as sexual assault? That's a very interesting question.
What counts as sexual assault?
Oh, well, I guess I am Mr. Lawman, because the law clearly defines what counts as sexual assault, right? So
I think beyond that, there should be more discussions around the topic in general, because one thing that this case has forced, it has forced people to have perhaps more dialogue on the different views that a person can have on an individual that is accused of something. In the case of Mr. Morales, he has been charged for 2 or 3 counts of sexual harassment. And there are people coming forward saying, hey, I know this man to be an upstanding person, but you could know someone to be something, and then, he still has the capability of doing something else.
Everybody has the capability of doing something.
I am not saying that I know anything of this man to be true or not true. We know what is presented from the court, and we have reported on that. But going back to the, if there should be discussions about what counts as sexual assault, of course there should be, because knowing what sexual assault is then knowing when to report it, is then knowing when you can say something as simple as, I'm feeling uncomfortable, in this space, in this situation with an individual. And so, yes, I agree to that. I think we should be having that conversation, not only female-centered around male individuals, but even male-centered around female individuals as well.
Yeah, so what the law says about sexual assault, since we're looking at whether or not we should consider or discuss what counts as sexual assault, well, it says that every person, and this shouldn't be news to anybody, but every person who intentionally touches another person, that touching being sexual in nature, without that person's consent, right? Consent is a huge part of sexual assault, or reasonable belief that that person consents to that touching, and where the touching involves the person's private parts or any other part of that person's body, that person being made to touch these parts of the body, that constitutes sexual assault. If you touch me in a manner that I feel uncomfortable and I did not consent to it. So while you look at that with the backdrop that the conversation is being had around a hug, and the appropriateness of a hug, and whether or not the hug passed the line, or if a hug is a simple hug, well, I think it depends on how the person felt during that time.
So
that
sexual
that
harassment
process.
can encompass more verbal aspects, and then sexual assault is more physical.
I think that
essentially.
it's also important
Right.
to note that these are minors that are making these accusations. And I find that I put myself, when I was listening to this story, I put myself back in a time where if somebody did something that made me uncomfortable, it's not something that I would have voiced right away.
Yeah.
And I imagine that a lot of, I have to choose my words very, very carefully, because for as much as you can be an outstanding citizen, you can be a great person, you can do great things for your community, everybody is capable of doing something.
Yeah.
And human beings could hold and harness the deepest and darkest of secrets. And so while two things can be true at the same time, it goes back to what you said, Paul. If I felt uncomfortable and perhaps maybe I didn't voice it to you the first time and you did it again, you probably triggered something that would cause me to react.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry.
And so I just, my point is, I would like to understand, and we don't have access to this court case, right? Because I think it wasn't a jury, it was a magistrate, right?
Yeah.
But there has to be substantial evidence. This isn't reasonable doubt. This isn't that you're trying to convince people that this didn't happen, or you put doubt in the minds of a jury that would convict you. This is having substantial evidence in front of a magistrate that says, this is what occurred, right? And now I am sentencing you.
Yeah, and what we cannot forget to mention is that this has been a case that was ongoing since 2024.
Yeah.
So it's not just something that took place. I think it's probably just now in the public. But I wanted to go back to the question that was in place in the first place, knowing the difference and if there even should be more discussions. I think because, and perhaps you guys can tell me your opinion on this, but I think here in Belize, we tend to have this idea that sexual assault has to be something more on the extreme end.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, sexual assault,
The
probably
whole
only
middle,
rape or,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like you.
And rape has its own category.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Rape and sexual
or-
assault
yeah,
are
or
two
But they
different
could
crimes.
literally just be you making me uncomfortable by touching me in an area that, you know, is like more
don't like.
intimate. And I think that is why this conversation is so important for us to have. And that is why we are seeing different perspectives on it, because there's still that misconception of what it actually is.
Yeah.
In certain cultural spaces, young people, young girls even, are expected to respect adults, even when they feel uncomfortable. You know, they go sit down by your
Like a
uncle
senior.
leg, even when you know you don't feel comfortable around this adult person. You see this person, they watch you funny and all of that. And these are cultural norms.
Yeah.
And so this is why conversations like this is so important for other persons who might have felt that discomfort to know, no, that was sexual harassment if he
Yeah.
watch you like that.
Yeah.
If he send you a leaf funny text where you know no seems like it have a different meaning to it, that is sexual harassment. And you have every right to say
You
that you
never
feel
try
uncomfortable.
joke.
In my mind,
You know?
I'm like, why is a teacher texting you in the first
Yeah,
place?
well, I'm
That's
referring in
my-
general, not
Yeah,
just
yeah,
the teacher.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if anybody sends you something or or, you know, communicates with you that has this type of like a double meaning or innuendo, you have every right to express that.
Yes.
You mean all of we broke down artists, ne?
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
if it
not
if I
drop
say-
down dance hall.
That's how do. Yeah.
No, It's you're right. No, you're right, Sab.
And we
I
need
think
to be upset about it,
and
guys.
we live in a society now where I don't even have to actually physically touch you to make you feel uncomfortable, because the pictures of unsolicited body parts that get sent to you, and that's not something that I want.
Sexual harassment.
Right, sexual harassment. And I don't think we talk about it enough. We kind of like brush it off as, okay, yes, whatever, or men will be men, or women will be women, and then we kind of just try to continue on, right?
Yeah, I do think the laws that we have in Belize, to a great extent, where it comes to sexual assault, does a lot to protect the victims. And this section of the criminal code that talks about sexual assault gives us some insight into how the court goes about determining whether or not this is a sexual assault incident or
Right.
not, because what the law says is that to determine whether or not somebody has been sexually assaulted, they have to consider all the circumstances surrounding the situation, including and most importantly, the steps that the person, the alleged perpetrator, took to ensure that he or she received consent from the person. So the court will look at the circumstances and the court will say, all right, based on these circumstances, what are the steps that you took to ensure that you got consent from that person when you did this or when you did that or when you sent this or when you sent that? And if the alleged perpetrator is unable to explain exactly in a cohesive thought, or their attorney,
Show the evidence,
or
right?
how consent was received,
Yeah.
then it's likely that that person will
So
be
perhaps
found
it was
guilty.
that. It was
So
perhaps
it
that
could be
I
a
didn't
case
have
of that.
any evidence to show that this
I
was
got
a
consent,
mutual agreement.
even though
Yeah.
it may have been what they deem as an innocent hug. It may have been that, right?
Yeah.
But the person these kids didn't feel that way, and there was essentially no way for that person in court to prove that they have consent. That could have been.
And in
they
this
got
case, it was a
consent.
hug. So
And
how
in
do
this
you
case, it was a right.
prove consent
Yeah.
about a hug?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. How do you go about doing that? But then it would mean that the alleged perpetrator is arguing that it is a hug,
Yeah.
while the victims are arguing that it was more than just a hug, right?
Yeah.
And so if they argue that it's more than just a hug, then the court will look at what they felt and what they define it as, and then look at it as that, and then see if there was consent for that specific issue.
And the charge in itself, 18 months, I believe. That's to me, if I'm thinking about the nature of certain allegations and harassment and assault, I really would want to know on what basis he was sentenced with, because a hug can be a very innocent thing,
very innocent.
right? But just based perhaps on the, I don't even want to say, I would want to see more. I would want to know more. Personally, I can't sit here and digest that this man was sentenced because of a hug.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because there are several ways that people could make something that is innocent feel like it's not.
Yeah.
I go back to a statement that I made yesterday about the position that teachers, educators find themselves
Especially
in
males.
when they are, interacting with minors on a daily basis at extended periods. Protect yourselves and place some boundaries.
You
as
have
well
to, as a-
within
as a-
yourself and these students,
As a former-
regardless
Hello, we
of
got in
having
high school.
But as a-
regardless
but-
of
but-
having friendships, developing relationships that feel like, because some teachers or some students might refer to their teacher like, oh, that's my ma,
Yeah.
They have built relationships
That's-
with these students.
And that's all fine and dandy. But even as a former lecturer myself, there had to be, I was teaching adults, and
That's
even
true.
as adults, I had
Your
to
age
put a
and older,
boundary.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You had to put a boundary. I had an open door policy where, to close that door. It doesn't matter if you're a girl, it doesn't matter if you're a boy. Yes, you'd left my door
I
open.
like that.
And also, there was a fine line in UB's policy. I'm not sure if they've updated it or not. But like teachers, we're not allowed to accept gifts. We're not allowed to accept any sort of incentive, because you don't want to send the wrong message or gain the wrong message from a student that is essentially your age. So there were you as a teacher in a position that especially as a young lecturer at that time, that I am aware of where I stand in the arena of that space. You have to set certain boundaries.
Without isolating the issue with Mr. Morales, we all know that there are teachers out there
Yes.
that are taking advantage,
preying.
on young girls
And boys. And boys.
women.
Yes,
it's been widely reported.
It doesn't
But
matter the
I've
gender.
witnessed it as well.
Yeah.
Right? So it happens, and so that is why having this conversation is not outlandish for a lot of people out there because they know it happens and they've seen it happen.
Yeah. All right. We are going to take a quick break. Thank you so much for engaging with us this morning. As you know, we do this every Friday where you can call in and give us your opinions. We never get a call this morning, but we know you're the watch and you want to give away your opinions.
We have a start give us some prizes.
I know, right? Only so then call.
You get one page and me note next time if you give me a call. But anyways, the conversation was engaging.
It was great. It was great.
Thank you all for watching.
All right, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to be switching gears with honoring heritage through film with Roots.
Full-Tech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Full-Tech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy Inc. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
In the heart of the Kayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, texts, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio, 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Maras me, my data and I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. There will also be a bike rally throughout the streets of Blue Creek and Belize City on February 7th and 14th respectively. All participants will get a free oil change. Check out our Facebook page for more details. Love Your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Banquet Equipment Parts Service.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned with us. This is our first conversation for this morning with guests. We have joining us Ms. Kim Vasquez, who's the director at the Institute of Creative Arts, Niche. We also have Ms. Ann Haley and Mr. Bill Haley. She's a niece of Alex Haley, and Mr. Bill is the co-founder of Inherited Roots Project and also the grandson of Mr. Alex Haley. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
It's a pleasure having you all. We were discussing behind the scenes some of the interesting things that we'll learn in this conversation. And so I see the name Alex Haley prominent on my rundown. So I would imagine this is an important figure in this conversation. Who was Mr. Alex Haley?
Well, Alex Haley is my grandfather, but he also is a well-known author. He's actually responsible for the book Roots and also collaboration of the autobiography of Malcolm X. So one could say that he essentially had a hand in he wrote and had a hand in writing two of the most important books of the 20th century.
Wow.
And he didn't start off as a writer. He grew up in a small town in Tennessee called Henning, and he didn't know that he was going to become a writer, but through his time through the Coast Guard, he learned how to write. He actually learned how to write by writing love letters for his fellow shipmates. But he found the passion for writing, and he went through a wonderful journalistic career. Before Roots and before the autobiography of Malcolm X, he was a writer or journalist for Reader's Digest. He actually wrote for Playboy, so most people think about the pictures, but Playboy actually had a series of interviews. So if anyone's ever seen the Playboy magazine or they've looked at the interviews, he actually created their long-form interview format. So, and that included interviews of Malcolm X. It included interviews of
in the Playboy.
In Playboy, they're like long, right? Miles Davis. It included interviews of Cassius Clay before he was Muhammad Ali. Other people like Jim Brown, Sammy Davis, and etc. So he got the writing bug. He was a journalist, and then he was able to collaborate with Malcolm X in writing his autobiography, and that led him to kind of thinking about this family story that we have had passed down through generations and generations.
Right.
So Roots is your family story?
Yes.
Yes, and that's why the real significance, I tell you, of Roots in America and around the world, it was really a landmark work. And it started, oral history is really, the root of roots, if you will.
Yes.
Because when my Uncle Alex, his grandfather, and my father, who was his younger brother, and then there's a baby brother, Julius, when they were 10, 6, and 2, their mother died, sadly. And so their father would send them to spend summers on the front porch, with their grandmother. And on that front porch, their grandmother and her sisters would talk about the African. So they grew up hearing these stories about the African whose name was Kente. And Uncle Alex was almost haunted by those stories as he grew up. And he began doing research through all this other career that Cousin Bill was talking about. He started doing research, wondering, who is this African? So through this oral history, and words were passed down that were in the original tongue of Kunta Kinte. He taught his daughter that Kambi Bolongo in his African tongue meant river, and that a ko was a banjo. He was able to trace and go back to Africa and discover the actual village where Kunta Kinte was from. That's the real amazing.
Well, I mean, that shows how invested,
absolutely,
how invested he was in doing this research.
So before 23andMe, before people were swabbing cheeks, and
So my understanding is that, well, tell us who is Kunta Kinte?
Yes.
Who is, and your lineage is tied to him as well.
So Kunta Kinte was my great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. And yes, 5 grades. And he was captured in 1767. In the Gambia. So the Gambia in West Africa is on the western coast, and the Gambia River is very deep and wide. So it's one of the places where a lot of the slave ships actually went. So Kunta Kinte had gone to the woods to gather wood to make a drum. This is as the story goes, and he was captured, like so many millions of Africans were. And the ship, which Uncle Alex even discovered, was the Lord Ligonier. The slave records are pretty complete as captain. Yes, they are. And so Kunta was captured and brought to Annapolis, Maryland, again, like so many others.
This is the story that Roots tells, correct?
Yes.
So my generation knows a bit about Kunta Kinte from Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Right? I'll just put that out there.
Yes.
Listen, right. But now I understand, and now I'm understanding more why he sees Kendrick Lamar, the artist, sees this as an important figure in Black history.
Yes.
Right? And the African American community as well.
Yeah.
So that film was initially produced what year?
It was the miniseries. In 1977. January 23rd was the first time it ever debuted on television. It was an 8-part miniseries over 8 nights, actually. And it went from January 23rd to January 30th, and that has been affectionately known as Roots Week. And it was astounding in that the Nielsen ratings at the time estimated that over 100 million people in the country had watched at least one episode of Roots.
Wow.
And people were just spellbound, because one of the magical things, my grandfather, amongst many things, he was an author, but I really say that his superpower, if it were, and Anne kind of referred to it about the oral storytelling, he was a storyteller. And I will tell you that, his writing was magnificent, but if one could hear him speak, that was really where his power was. So he was a great storyteller, and people were just simply riveted to learning about our ancestor. Because essentially before that time, the journey of people of African descent, whether it was in the U.S. or around the world, was really not illuminated. We weren't thought of as human beings. It was more like objects, or we were on some dusty page of history. That we weren't looked at as full-grown, blown human beings. And so Roots kind of gave people of all ethnicities around the world an insight into the humanity of the enslaved Africans and what our journey was through the U.S., but essentially on a wider level, what the journey was for the entire diaspora, whether that was through South America and Brazil, or even throughout the Caribbean. And it's an important story for people to recognize that it's not just about Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte is an icon, a symbol of the journey that the diaspora took, the transatlantic slave trade. All of our descendants have taken wherever they landed. It's the same story. We all were captured from somewhere. We had a descendant. They struggled. They went through things, but they survived. If anyone who has an ancestor of African descent, they should be very proud because they know that their ancestor or their ancestors were strong enough to survive the transatlantic journey, and also by extension bring the essence of who they were, their culture. And so when we look at different places, when we look at here, when we look in South America, anywhere we go, our heritage and our culture and the ways that we are carried through future generations. So that's really the important thing to remember and discover. So I feel that Roots is very important in that way in illuminating not just us as a Kinte descendant or Kinte families, but the African diaspora as a whole.
Yeah, now I'm even more excited to watch the film, and so I'll bring Ms. Kim Vasquez into the conversation because we're having a screening here in Belize, and that's why these good folks are here.
So we'll make another connection now. This is really the brainchild of Ambassador Shabazz, who is a dear friend, a patron to the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts for many years. And for a few years now, we've started the screenings, the screening series. You know, she's been instrumental in having Wakanda, in The Woman King. You know, we've done screenings. And this, she said, you know, Kim, from last year, next year will be the 50th anniversary of Roots. And I said, well, we said it almost at the same time. We absolutely have to do a screening in February, African Heritage Month, for the anniversary. And to make it even bigger, we want to add some other educational elements. There's going to be an art exhibit in the Belizean Gallery to accompany the screenings. And again, when we do these screenings with the Pilgrimage Foundation, we are always trying to bring back the nostalgia of Sunday matinee, which is before your generation and even before mine.
Okay, good. I'm happy we're in this.
Right, yeah. So we had this culture in Belize of Sunday matinee, which is, families would dress up and they would go see a movie around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And it was always something wholesome or something educational and worthwhile. And so that's what we're doing at the Bliss. There'll be complimentary popcorn, there'll be a concession stand. And the wonderful thing is about this particular screening is that it is a mini-series, and so we're spreading it out over the month of February. We have a couple double headers. Again, that's something from the Sunday matinee time. That means you come and for the same feature, you get 2 screenings, right? So we're kicking it off that way with a double header, and it starts this Sunday. And you can support the work of the Pilgrimage Foundation. You can get a series pass. And again, go up during the intermission, see the art exhibit. And again, I think there is something in all of us in the need at some point in your life, you reach a stage, you want to know your roots.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? It's a journey that everybody takes. And I think for us here in Belize, we can definitely relate to that. And we just really wanted to partner and come on board with the international celebration of Roots at 50. I understand that there's more that will be taking place not only in Belize but in other places as well.
Excellent. All right, so just finally, let me just get from you, tell me in brief why Belizeans should come out, watch the screening, and so apart from you all, the fact that you all will be there, right? And they could take pictures with some famous people.
No, but really, this is, and you hinted at it, this is all of our history. Really, I mean, and this is what my Uncle Alex used to always say, and as Bill said, Roots is not just our story, but it's all of our stories. As you said, we all have an origin place. And so we want to share that. And guess what? In times like these, we need to be more united than fractured. Yes, and you've got to know your history, or because as some powers that are trying to erase certain histories, we've got to retain ours. And telling your story is one of the ways to do that.
Well, we look forward to the turnout and the outcome of the screening, and like you said, it's going to be throughout the entire month of February, so you'll be posting
We'll be
on
reminding,
Facebook.
but no, you again, it's a series, so you want to start this Sunday, and then you want to be with us
and
every
then
single
continue
Sunday,
throughout
and
it.
you won't regret it.
Okay.
And we do thank our special guests for coming in for the premiere of the series. Alex Haley also wrote the autobiography of Malcolm X, and if I just need to remind viewers that Malcolm X is the father of Ambassador Shabazz. And so, again, just the whole connection.
Yeah.
It just has this feeling of family and history, and I think it's going to be a really meaningful experience.
Excellent. Well, thank you all so much for joining us on set this morning.
Thank you.
All right, so with that, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we have more Open Your Eyes for you guys. I believe we have a special performance coming up next, so you don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
All right, on the one fun day on, the window open and the light may turn off. It look like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug will keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard, yes?
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter and call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV from BL. How do you know?
Yes, man, they don't reach the money better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So now when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Belize. House by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Man, that's me. My data done, and I really need to get my order out today.
Really? Well, you can join our smart group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
We are continuing our conversation, and it's now me and April in the building.
Hi.
With Miss Vanessa Foreman. She is the Assistant Branch Manager for Quartz, and she is here to talk about some big deals and bigger savings. Good morning, Miss Vanessa. Welcome back.
Of course, and I know it's January is almost finished, but Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I haven't seen you
last year.
Yes. So we can say Happy New Year still, right? So if I see you again, I don't know how to tell you.
Exactly.
Now
let's talk about courts.
I know that there is a big sale taking place. Now, one of the details in this sale is that it's the warehouse. So how does that differ from just stopping in at the store and getting what's inside?
So at the warehouse, what we're doing, we're clearing out all our stocks. We're trying to get out with those so that we can get brand new stock coming in. So I know some customers missed the sale for for Christmas. So what we're doing is that we're putting it outside. Why? Because the prices are slashing up to 70% off on selected items.
Oh my gosh.
So we need you to have on your sneakers, we need you to have on your shorts, and we want you to be ready to shop and get all these
To run
deals.
around and
Of
take
course.
away looking fine April hand. I'm kidding. No, I would never do that to you, babe.
70% is quite large,
it's a lot.
though. So what is it that you are? I know you said everything that's in there, but what is in there?
Sure. So when we're saying up to 70% off, we have, for example, an entertainment unit that was normally up to $4,000. You can get that for under $2,000. So we had a lot of customers that love coming in and looking at the entertainment unit and be like, geez, and all, like $4,000. But guys, it's your time to come back for it right now.
Now, when you mentioned, having up to 70% off, I think a lot of people might be wondering, but what's the catch? Why is it dropping so low other than just trying to bring in new stocks? Are there any defects to these items?
So majority of the items, nothing is wrong with it, but we do have some of them maybe you might have maybe something like it's been repo or something like that from customers, but majority of our items, I'm going to tell you, 90% of them are brand new. They haven't been used. We have Jenna King bed sets that you can get for $499.
Say that again, I never hear it properly.
The Jenna King bed set you can get for $499.
What does that include? Does it include the frame?
It's the full frame.
The full frame.
The full frame
the
itself.
Mattress.
You can buy the mattress, and guess what? We have the mattress available.
April, the mattress
yes,
is
the
sold
mattress.
separately.
Okay, but a mattress is also very pricey, so that's why I asked. But
that's insane.
That is very much insane. I'm trying to understand what happens once the sale is done. So it only is for one day?
It's for one day only. It's going to be Saturday, 2.5 miles up the Northern Highway. We're going to be there from 8 to 4. So it's going to be happening for that one day only. So like what we're telling you, so let's say for example, we're still in January, we still have this little bit of MAGA season happening. Do you need cash? No, because you can get these items on credit as well.
I wonder if, so I'm from Belmopan, right? I go in there and I want this Jenna King set. Can I get it delivered to Belmopan, or do I have to figure out a way for me and Sabrina carry it to Belmopan?
So of course we offer the delivery. So everybody, but what we're telling you, although we're having the clearance sale up there to make your way there, but let's say you're in Belmopan because some of the items are still in store. So right now we have promotion happening every day. So you can go into Court store, any of the store anyway, and you can see some of these items. So you can see the bed, how it looks. You can see everything. And I know some people are like, I don't want to wait to be battling and fighting with anybody for those, but you can get it from now for we have not at that price as yet, but you can come in Saturday, check it out at Court store, and you can actually get it from there as well. So if you can't make your way all the way up there, but we're telling you to go because in store they're going to be twice that much stuff out there at the store.
Wow.
At the place.
Do some of
is
these,
this the
that's the
bed?
bed. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, you can't get it. April, you cannot get it. I called dibs.
But it's $4.99.
I know. I've heard it too.
I want that though. But so if some of these items, for example, like the entertainment set, some of these other electronic items or so forth, does the warranty still come with it even though it's on sale for 70% and plus?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So like I said, it's brand new items. Majority of them, as you can see, it's brand new items, and I'm telling everybody that you can get as minimum to put it on credit $250. So you can bundle. We even have the 2-in-1 toasters for under $250. So if you like toasting your bread, you have the oven portion and all of that. We have all of that. Those we have in store as well. Refrigerators that you can have up to $200. Those are happening now.
Yeah.
So, but if you're somebody that you're ready, like you have like. We have the flyers that's out that you can see. It's all over our website. We have it posted, and all of our teams are posting it. So king bed sets. You have sheets that are going for like $17. You have lamps, like, you know, those nice fancy lamps that you can hang up. Those are going for like under $250. So what we're doing is that we're giving it back to our customers because we want to show that us at Quartz, we're number one in this business, and we want to show that we, the Belizeans, we deserve the best. Hence the reason why we keep giving these awesome promotions, stepping it out there and giving it to you.
So remind us again of the location and what exactly the system will look like, because you've been mentioning that there are items at the warehouse having these extreme price slashes, but there are certain items at the stores as well.
So basically everything that's at the
warehouse,
the small stuff and everything we're sending there. But let's say if you want to see the bed before time,
okay,
we have it at our store right now. So if you go to the Quartz store right now in Belize City, you can see that Jenna bed right there. You can see it actually is that it's really nice quality, so it's beautiful. That's just one of the king beds that we have.
So there are multiple like that are
there are other beds that are on sale as well.
What would you recommend as the approach for customers to take before they show up on Saturday? Should they look at the flyer and kind of check out the catalog to see what are generally going to be on sale? Go and check out the store, look at it at first to see if it's something that they like.
Saturday to tomorrow.
Exactly.
Well, check today. Go today. Look at that flyer. Look at that catalog. Go today at the store to kind of see if it's fitting your vibe, if it matches your color scheme in your room, and then go to the warehouse and essentially say, look, this is what I'm trying to get.
Yeah, whenever it comes to the big item, but all the small items, like you said, we're bringing all our stock from all over the different country, bringing it at the this location that is happening this Saturday. So what we want you to do is to go out there, come ready, come in your sneakers, shop till a drop, and guess what? When you're tired, we will have food and drinks on sale as well.
I imagine there's no shopping cart. There's what do you call those big big
trolleys,
those trolleys. Is that going to be something that you give to us to put my entertainment system on?
No, man, you don't even push that. You just put that sticky note on that. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
So once you select that, then definitely you could buy that, and then our team will be right there putting it on your shoulder and carry it out for you to
So
your car.
I know you all do a lot of appliances and so forth, but this is something that might interest Sabrina and Paul. Do you also have your gym equipment on sale?
So we have gym equipment. That's correct. We have the treadmills and all of that. So those right now are on promotion that you can get selected items up to 30% off as well.
Cool.
So we recently received a wide selection of bikes. We also have the treadmill. We also have this one that's it's like a walking treadmill. I don't know if you ever heard about that one.
Treadmill?
It's under $600.
Okay. Wow. Like a walking pad?
It's like a regular treadmill, but it's smaller. It's
like a walking pad, I think that is, I've been seeing that online.
So you got a little handle in case you walk.
I know I've seen people like do work and do that at the same time. It's kind of like you could put it in your office space.
Yeah,
it's very small. I mean, you can just walk. I mean, like during a little
I didn't know
one
that
lunch,
you guys have that.
we just got it.
We
just recently put it out. So besides all of that, like I said, at the warehouse, it's going crazy. We're getting rid of all of these stock because it's up to 70% off. Like I said, bed units, we have dressers, we have, everything that is on sale. It is crazy. And you can get it also, like I said, you can look online, you can see all these products as well. So in store, but the main thing at the warehouse, that's the big sale itself, that everything is going to be out there. But I'm just saying, like the big product, like the bed, I know I can tell you for sure we have it at Quartz, so you can come and see the bed, you can come and see the TV unit, you can come and see all of those. We have it there in store at this
So
Quartz.
it's not to be confused, this sale is happening at the warehouse.
And on screen here, we are seeing that this is all you would need if you would like to get it on credit as well, because you can still get these items on credit. Even as low as 70% off, getting that king size bed frame for $499.
Sabrina don't claim it, she said.
No, there are multiple of them I'm hearing, so
yes,
we
and
can
then
both get.
Yes, we have that, and we even have like the Munich king bed as well, which is very nice and elegant. That's under $1,000. So there's a lot more king bed. We even have a king bed right now at store that is under $800. So what we're doing is like we're making sure that when these items are coming in, we're making it affordable for us Belizeans. So again, and I tell people, when you're putting all these investment, get credit, get added protection. Remember, even if you buy cash, you can purchase your warranty separate.
Yeah.
So you have up to 30 days to pay that warranty. warranty, and again, peace of mind. Imagine if you buy it now, you get it covered up all the way up to 2030.
All right, so all roads lead to the court warehouse tomorrow, located
2.5 miles Northern Highway, everybody. George Price Philip Wilson, sorry.
Philip Wilson Highway.
Philip Wilson Highway, so you make your way down to courts. I mean,
get there 7:30.
7:30, we have the at 7.
All right.
So, but we're opening at 8, so I know a lot of people work, so you want to be out there as quick as possible. So our team will be right there, so we book you quick, get it out, and you can go on back to your,
All
to your
right.
job.
Well, thank you very much,
you so
Vanessa.
much.
It's always a pleasure having you here, and it sounds like tomorrow's going to be an exciting day
Yes,
for a lot
we're
of
excited,
people.
so excited.
Well, we got to take another quick break, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, the next conversation is DJ Perf and Stig bringing a new chapter in Belizean music.
Enhanced service and faster sickness benefit claim processing are at your fingertips with SSB's healthcare feature, accessible via the My Social Security self-service portal. Your convenience during illness is key. Now your doctor can certify your period of illness, and your employer can confirm your employment details digitally, eliminating the need to visit our office. But wait, it gets better. You can also review the medical certificate provided by your doctor in your My Social Security account, along with real-time processing updates, keeping you informed. To ensure a smooth process, always review your electronic medical certificate before you hit submit. Upon submission, your employer is notified via email of your claim submitted to SSB and must respond within 48 hours for your claim to be automatically processed. For more information, check out our guides on our website and YouTube pages. Social Security at your fingertips.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Man, that's me. My data done, and I really need to get my order out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth leveraging tech. for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Full-Tech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy 8. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
Maras me, my data that I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. There will also be a bike rally throughout the streets of Blue Creek and Belize City on February 7th and 14th respectively. All participants will get a free oil change. Check out our Facebook page for more details. Love Your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquit Equipment Parts Service.
Yeah. Belize where I go. My name is Stig the artist. If you miss somebody, this one is for you. Pick up that phone and call them.
Johnny Wayne!
Yo, Perf, don't let pride get in the way of love. Yeah. We both know we can't get enough. Girl! You've been on my mind and I've been on your mind, girl. We both know it's true, but we both got too much pride, girl. I've been waiting on a call or maybe even a text. Never thought the day would come that I said that I miss one of me ex, girl. And guess that's how it goes. A good chum make you fall in love. A good chum better than drugs. This is not me talking, I'm just a love boss. Don't let pride get in the way of love. We both know we can't get enough. Girl, and said she not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Me no follow back a her man a band leader. She not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Me no follow back a girl man a band leader. She not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Me no follow back a her man a band leader. She not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Me no follow back a girl man a band leader. You've been on my mind. Or maybe it's the weed, maybe I'm just horny and really wanna be. Or maybe I'm in love and baby you should breathe. Maybe I should ring off your phone, tell your answer. Why me hear that today with a new man for? We got some unfinished business to deal with. Baby, I love you, you know it's no secret. Girl, I've been waiting on a call or maybe even a text. Never thought that day would come that I said that I miss one of me ex, girl. And guess that's how it goes. A good chum make you fall in love. A good chum better than drugs. This is not me talking, I'm just a love boss. Don't let pride get in the way of love. Yeah, we both know we can't get enough. A girl, and said she not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Me no follow back a her man a band leader. She not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Me no follow back a girl man a band leader. She not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Me no follow back a girl man a band leader. She not go call. Well, me not go call neither. Stig the artist.
Yes, I. And so you've heard it here live and direct. So your first live performance of this song on television? Yes, sir. Right, so you hear it here first. Open your eyes, right? And so we have Stig the artist, no stranger to Belize, the music scene, and he is joined by DJ Perf, right? The man himself, and they're both here to talk a bit about Stig's latest release, that is Born Leader featuring Davido, DJ Khaled. My brother, congratulations on that release, a really big move there. And also about the music industry in a whole, as much as we could condense into this conversation. But Stig, again, congratulations on that release. Talk a bit about the work that went into it, but more so, how is it that it took so long to come out?
I'll talk a bit about it at Perf into the conversation. Yeah. We recorded this song, Paul, years ago, you know, bro. Like 2018.
Wow.
I remember, bro, on a side note, I remember writing down in a Miley manifestation book. One of the things I wrote down was, I will have a project with DJ Khaled. So it's crazy. It's 2026 now. Mm-hmm. You know, we put a lot of work into this. We actually saved this song. We used to always run jokes and say this one, we prized possession. And the fact that we thought about it like that and we held it so high, maybe we attracted that. You feel me? Because then we had Johnny Blaze want to jump on the project when he heard it. And again, Johnny Blaze, when we want to release it, man said, wait, something great will happen with the song. Then Shine heard the song. And Shine worked some magic. You feel me? First Shine got Davido on it. I always remember that call. Shine and Perf called me. This is right after me and Shine, you know, industry and everything.
Yeah, correct. You tell the man drop your hand.
Right, drop your hand and start the cut. Big up to my dog Shine. And grateful for the situation, you know, for the opportunity. But I remember Perf and Shine, the video called me. Actually in a meeting at that Roaring Creek. And I said, Shine and Perf, they call me? No man, no cold seed and all. And I answered, Shine, Perf, and Davido. You feel me? And Shine say, yo, if that one person I would want you to connect with from Belizean is this artist, Stig, bad artist, and Davido was down, follow me on Instagram right away, the rest was history. Next time, we don't have this record together, top secret. I in at the club, nothing they go on at the time, bro. I remember I in at the club, nothing they go on, stressful day, a lot they go on in my life personally. A couple years ago, Shine said, you could talk? I said, talk to me, whatever. And the man said, go outside. You don't need no one else to hear this. And the man played the intro, DJ Khaled. Why it took so long? My good friend here will explain.
Yeah, because people ask, right? Because I didn't know that that you all have this in the works from 2018. I thought it was more recent, so that adds a greater timeline to this song and a really interesting story indeed that you gave there.
Sure. Well, I lived that same time, you know. I'm a corner Belize. This is like May 2018. Shine again, me fly me in for a music week thing when I had. So I literally make this beat on the flight because I know I'd come and me and Stig me a link up and things. So I make the beat on the flight, corner Belize, and I'm there for like a week. So he recorded the song. I care about the song in the States, and at the end time, so we still to try to figure out where we want to go with this music thing. 2018, I just start work with Stig 2016. You know, so 2018 we try to figure it out, and we had the song. We never planned to do anything with it. You know, then I end up the link up with this producer from Miami, with big soca producer, dancer and stuff, and he may like the song. You know, he may really like the song, so he may like, yo, you know, like me could do something with it. Still never released, still never done nothing, you know. Then we end up the link with Shine, and Shine like, yo, you know, like send me some stuff so I could send some people. This time like 2021, I think.
During COVID or before COVID or something?
Right, like 2021. And so I sent him some stuff, and this time the first thing he picked up, like, I love this one. Really? So we still never put it out yet, you know, never know nothing about the Davido situation, nothing. Then Shine called me, Shine Video called me, Shine said, yo, are they with Davido right now? They think like, make we trap it out, the man said, I think we should call Stig. I said, yes, I could call her right now. So I add Stig to the call, and that when Davido, they didn't make the introduction and everything, you know, follow each other, and the rest was history. When it comes to the release of the song, bro, honestly, that my stuff out of our control. You know, when we initially release it, when we first announced it, Davido had a passing.
Yeah,
his
I
child
remember
had
that.
passed. So
Yeah.
that literally was a week before the release because he have interviews with him if you couldn't believe shoot or we go to Atlanta whatever. Like we may do that, you know. But that situation happened and that literally crashed everything because he literally said no music. He said he don't want to release no music. He don't want to do nothing. So so we said, you know what, we understand. So we just let it alone. Then the following year, when he get back into the scene, the music industry and thing, he had this super hit. It's really major hit, right? Yeah, so he dropped an album and he had a major hit. So once you have one hit, the label will tell you, well, this side where you have to focus on. So he couldn't really focus on and stuff. So like that, the backstory, right? Yeah. But we had the song that DJ Khaled, but don't shoot his videos. I see one comment says somebody said that AI, but we don't really, we don't really pay anything there, man. But DJ Khaled shot his scenes, send
DJ Khaled, that's him,
everything. Like he literally had everything. He sent everything, vocals, everything. And then I deal with all the production side. Me and this guy Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, well, the thing is that good contribution to the industry and to the space is never too late, right? It's always on time.
Always.
And talking about comments, what has been the reaction and the comments from fans and even haters, as you like to class them?
Man, it's been good as far as I know. I'm more focused on the positive. It's been good, man. The day one supporters, family and friends, and just the wider Belizean community, when they even know me, we just genuinely support good music and positivity.
Yeah, and so again, this adds to the music scene here in Belize, something that both of you have worked years to develop. And for you, Perf, talk a bit about how this elevates music in Belize and sort of sets a standard that other artists can follow.
Well, basically, based on the last conversations that we had, Belize music industry right now, they're a very, very fragile spot in terms of we to try to figure out how we could get outside, and not get outside just randomly, how we could really create one door and make that be the avenue for really get Belizean music out there. And I feel like projects like this really do that because I've had artists, I've had other producers outside of the work where I already do outside, reach out to me and be like, hey, you got song with DJ Khaled and Davido, I want some stuff too. So stuff like that I could, network with people and connect and, and then bring that same connection back home. Because that's what I do with everything I do. I try take what I receive out there and I try use it here at Belize. Because if you notice, I used to live at States, I live here now. I couldn't be out there, so just to do my thing and then worry about Belize. But I stay here so because I say, make I try help develop our industry, make I try help push our industry. And so right now, the position over there, that literally just one thing needs to happen, and once that happens, the floodgates are open. And
but how does collaborations like this become possible for Belizean artists?
Well,
yeah, you could.
Well, something like this, we have to give Shane the props, because.
So
Shane,
it's networking.
Yeah, Shane have the connections and me too. I'm very good with networking, so I know the conversations we have with people, how to talk with people, to get stuff like this done, So projects like this are like Stig never made a fan out and say, oh my God, please give me a song. Stig network, Stig met with them, Stig talked to them, Stig gone to London, dip on the shows, all of that, and he, he showed
the work. I add to that, I say from an artist perspective, and my advice to my fellow artists, especially the younger ones, make your work speak, man. Make sure. My goal has always been to be the hardest working Belizean artist, and maybe I not show my work ethic as much, but bro, the only reason this happened is because we put in work for years, non-stop, and I could say this boldly, I grind more than most of the music industry. You feel me? And the most humblest way I could say that. But because your work will attract these kind of situations. Shine not just pick me because, as a matter of fact, why would Shine pick me out of everybody? We just knock it on here,
This demand.
So, but you feel me? So, that with anything, that with business, that with sports, the successful ones are be those who work hard. I watch my man like Kobe Bryant, for example, off topic, but watch my Kobe Bryant. They always say Kobe that not the GOAT, but Kobe that was the hardest working, that he's still in the GOAT conversation, you feel me? I've been putting in work for years, and that's why stuff like this is possible.
Yeah.
So to all the younger artists there, if you guys want big opportunities, nobody will give you nothing. You have to work for it, and the stuff where they do give you that because you attract that. You make them want, they have to come to you.
Right.
Who else they could go to?
Right, and so networking is one thing, but if you build those connections and you don't put in the work, then the networking is to no end. You would agree, right, DJ Perf?
And that's why I use this platform to tell every single Belizean artist, even Stig, I have to have these conversations with him. The main important thing is consistency.
Yeah.
You understand me? If one lady, they push on a cart, they sell can, and no can in the cart, she don't need for the because nobody not got nothing to buy. So the same thing with music. I like Belizean complain and reel up every day about Perf no one help me, Perf no one do this, bro. This music thing I literally just be an artist, put on music and be consistent.
And so you are also in a position where you could collaborate with artists that are willing and committed to putting in that work at Reef Studios, correct?
So and then at the next conversation. So basically, we as Belizean artists, we have it good, you know. And what I mean by that, I mean because we have people who willing for support, who willing for, like we don't have one record label, I believe, where they're like real, I'm at a record label, but I don't sign nobody millions of dollars, you understand me? But what we have, you know, we have BTB, we have Minister Mala, we have Nitch, we have, you know, Minister Francis, we have Minister Kareem, where they people that really support music, they love music. You understand me? So where I try to with the music and the artists and the different connections I have that I like I try to create that connection to say, you know what, that Belize, this is what we try to as artists, and this are the goal where we try to get to. So we have people who support, but then people only could support as much as you take yourself serious. Because I've had situations where I connect artists with certain people, and instead of they use that to say, hey, you know what, help me with this, or help me do this with my music, or help me do that. But no, they want to go beg for money, and then that left that left a bad taste in that people more kind of like, bro, like I try to help your music, but then you there to ask for money, or you there to ask for this, and also like I use this platform for every artist. Want to take on the music serious, want to invest in yourself. We built 2 recording studios. We have one downtown, and we have one in Orange Drop. $25 an hour.
Yeah,
you ever visited?
Yeah, I've been there. I've been to the one.
State-of-the-art studios, right? State-of-the-art studios, and this is stuff where, you know, as election 2020 come, Minister Mala come to me and Minister Mala say, Perf, I want to build a studio. What I need for do? We had consultations. After consultations, boom, 2022, we open up the studio. Right?
And that it's important that we have those sort of investments.
Exactly, and we have those spaces, and all you have to do that $25 an hour.
Yeah.
One song take about 2 hours. So they want to leave $50. You come, you invest in your music. People want to take you serious because one, you get quality recording. You know, state-of-the-art stuff, you know, so that as serious as you take your music, you don't have all the tools for it.
Yeah, and with somebody that's as experienced as you, $25, I mean, you really should be paying way more, but I understand. But this conversation has to come to an end at some point. And I know you have a final performance, but before you do that, we also see that you've been making a buzz with the 90-Day Fiancé show, creating quite the buzz and conversation on Facebook, right? When can we expect the marriage? When can we expect this wedding?
Watch the show, you know. Big up to everybody who's a fan of the show. You guys can check it out every Sunday at 7 o'clock. Belize time.
I never expected to see that side of you, especially on a reality TV
Either
show
me,
like
bro.
That. Either you, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations to you on that
Thank
as
you,
well.
thank
and gentlemen, unfortunately...
Hey, can I say one more thing before we leave?
Go right ahead.
Hey, so we're opening up a club in Belmopan, a hookah lounge, Glow Hookah Lounge. We're trying to open it by Valentine. So Glow Hookah Lounge is where Selfie Lounge used to be.
Yes.
It's going to be the hottest, wickedest spot in the whole of Belize.
And that's where the wedding will take place.
Yes, come for Valentine, the wedding. Glow Hookah Lounge.
All right, so I'm going to send you back over because I know you have a final performance to go down. And so with that, we had DJ Perf talking a bit about the music industry and the latest developments. And then, of course, we had Stig as well. And he's going to send us off from this segment with a performance. Go ahead, Stig.
Yeah.
say a little something to the haters.
Yo, Perf, what you stand. Me want jump on a jet and fly away from all of them, yeah. No rum coulda get me high enough, fill off with them, no way. It's like a disease, how them a pre me. Them never been overseas, but I see me on TV. Them a make up them face, me a pick up the pace, me a big deal. Me a turn up the pace, me could see the finish line through the windshield. Me girl say me a win, me mom say me a win, me dad say me a win, the dog say me a win, politicians give me link, and I pay me if he sing, so how dare me if he waste my time, pan a dopey bad mind, what do him? From the beginning of time, man a king. Be a kill him with a rhyme and no sin, cause the Lord got me, them just a garbage bin. You know want see me win, then close your eyes, close your eyes. Because the sun will rise and I will shine, I will shine. Yes, I will win till the day I die and shut my eyes. The sun will rise and I will shine, I will shine. Muhammad Ali, the way me knock them out, I took it personally. Perf, give me the beat and then the hearse get carry. I know you wish that your son was in church, no mommy. But me blessed up. I know it took some time, but God saved his best for last. Them no want see me like a jet me blast. Yeah, see him where we get the checks them fast. Big body girl, shape like a Pepsi glass. Shake her sexy, she love it when me press the gas. Put it in a sport mode so them not get fi pass. Must say the one pan your neck if you expect fi cross me. Man a G, stop pre, or protect your mask. This heat na cut him teeth like him forget fi floss. Had to perfect the craft, perfect on the upper echelon. You know want see me win, then close your eyes, just close your eyes. Because the sun will rise and I will shine, I will shine. Yes, I will win till the day I die and shut my eyes. The sun will rise and I will shine, I will shine.
Full-Tech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Full-Tech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Finally, a postpaid plan for 3 people in Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right, as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio. 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. This is our final conversation, and it's all about honoring national service on BDF Day. I am joined by some quite able men. I feel very protected at this seat right now. I have here with me Mr. Cornel Lionel Oliveira. He's the president of the BDF Day Committee. Also here with us, immediately in front of me, is Captain Dr. Malcolm Griffith. There's an entire story. I wish I had enough time to tell you about him, but he is the solicitor of the BDF Day Committee. And then Major Perf Coleman. He is the night entertainment manager of the BDF Day Committee. Wow, you guys have a lot of very important roles. Night entertainment manager.
Full package.
Full thing. They happen behind the scenes. But we are here to discuss the annual BDF National Service Day. I understand that there is a big event set to take place to bring people out. It's going to be a big celebration, and hopefully we can use 12 minutes or so to dive into that. Good morning again, gentlemen, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
So tell me a little bit about this Service Day and the significance of it.
Well, tomorrow actually is the culmination of our celebration month. So January is the BDF celebration month. BDF was formed the 1st of January 1978, and what we try to do annually is to celebrate that. By our mandate, we have to celebrate it in the last Saturday of the month. And so this week for us is a celebratory week because
yesterday was a big day for you
Yes,
guys.
we had the changing of our commander, the 16th commander of the BDF. And today we have the passing out of recruit number 68. And so tomorrow we'll end the big shabam with this actual anniversary fair.
So what can people expect at the anniversary fair? We have solicitor here. What do? You
Quite
solicit?
Yes, I was given the task to professionally beg.
Okay, so this is your task. You are on task this morning to do so.
So honestly, we've been receiving overwhelming support from our business allies. Bowen & Bowen, the Central Bank of Belize, Full Tech Systems. Honestly, they all played a pivotal part in making this idea a reality. But when it comes to the intricacies of the BDF Day, our president, Mr. Oliveira, does an exceptional job of
Mr.
selling it.
Oliveira, he's handing you back the baton. Tell us a bit about
Well, not a
what the day
problem.
will
It's not a
entail.
problem. So it's a family-filled day.
Yeah.
One of the unique thing about this year is that we're going to have what you call a food corridor. So imagine you're walking down an aisle, you have 28 booths on the left and on the right, and you just have that corridor of all the smells and your palates being open to barbecue, River Valley food, tacos, whatever you can, cow foot soup, whatever you can think about, you have that excitement of that. But not only that, we have a child zone or a children's zone area where we have the bouncy house, face painting. For those who are anime fans, we have anime displays and sales. We have all the, then we actually have entertainment for the adults. So, and even, you know, the children, they like this noise. So we have the motorcycle clubs that will be there, burnouts. We have
So it's really it's a
go-karts.
family event.
A family event.
Yeah.
And there is no such thing as a retired soldier. So for us, it's a family event where we get a lot of these soldiers who have served, and they come back and just have that nostalgia moment and introducing their grandchildren, their children to want to join. And uniquely on Saturday, we're actually having a recruiting drive.
Nice.
So come March, we have another intake coming in, which will be intake number 69. And that should be one of our larger intakes, similar to this one, which is our largest graduating cohort of 153, which
Wow.
will take place this afternoon.
Congratulations, guys. I wish we had more time to dive into some of those stories, even your own individual stories of how you joined the force. But I saw something on the screen there that I wish we could go back to. Mr. Solicitor, were you able to secure a metal home?
Well, quite honestly, yes. 18 by 24 metal home.
Wow.
With wood flooring as well as PVC panel with the recessed lights.
Ready to move in.
Yeah.
Somebody could win a house.
Could win a house for
How?
$5.
For- no, man, you not tell me the truth.
$5. If you want the book, $50, and you get an additional ticket. So
Okay.
you have 11 chances.
So when is this house going to be raffled? And first off, how can we get that book?
Any BDF soldier, you can, if you're in contact with any BDF soldier, but you don't even have to go that far.
Okay.
If you have your Digi wallet, you can purchase your ticket.
You really did think ahead, you know.
Well, I was lead and directed by
Mr. Oliveira.
Yes. He's the brains behind the rules. I just have to execute.
And so the drawing will take place tomorrow as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a specific time that this will
So
take
that,
place?
that will be the last raffle. One of the things that we're also doing is that when you pay $2 to enter into that event, you get a chance to win an hourly raffle. So once you're there, every hour and the hour we will be having raffles. And so the final raffle will actually be the house.
Oh,
Yeah, so
a
that's-
grand prize.
Yes.
All
So
right.
that $2 goes a long way. As Ms. Oliveira rightfully pointed out, we will be giving away things every hour, whether it's round trip tickets to San Pedro, Maya Island Air, an air fryer, a microwave, whatever. Every hour, your
Something
two
is
tickets
being given away.
Wow. And of course, all of those hours are leading to night entertainment. And we have the manager here with us. We have here with us Major Pierce Coleman. And you are also actively involved in the BDF Day. Tell us about the night portion of the event.
So when 6 o'clock strikes,
The adult party.
we move on to the basketball court, and it's a complete event: paint, powder, foam,
Oh, wow.
water. Yeah, start off with sweet paint. We have DJs coming through. We have Noani Martinez. Different other artists, DJs will be performing. Full experience. To you can't miss it.
Is this the first of its kind having like a paint
Yes.
type party or fete, you call it? Yeah.
So we collaborated with No Fear DJs, and
Okay.
for Belizeans who know, they're the people known for that for Project X. So this is going to be like a pre-Project X.
Oh, that sounds cool. Now, how can people get to be a part of that? Is that a separate ticket that you purchase?
Yes. So tickets before is $15, and at the gate it's going to be $20.
And when does it close off? When the party done? When it done?
When the party finishes, it finishes at 3.
Okay.
One of the things as well, unlike any other events, with a BDF event that we have at Price Barracks, we have transportation.
Oh.
So transportation continues to be free all day. From Pongyard Bridge to Price Barracks, every hour on the hour, we have a bus transporting persons. We want to have persons be introduced to that military culture, understanding how we operate, and so that free shuttle allows persons to be a part of that process. And you see the whole installation, what's taking place. I made mention of the food court. I mean the food corridor, but I did not make mention of the commercial booths.
Okay.
So we have car shows that will be taking place via the Caribbean Motors and BEC. We also have some persons who are doing natural care products, hair products, face products. We have healthcare partners who will be coming through to do certain tests out there for free. And that's a part of their community giving back and stuff like that. So the day for me is something very different. We're uniquely changing the whole dynamics of the BDF day.
Yeah.
And from the general polls that I've been seeing, that people are willing and receptive to coming out. So I just want to ask everyone, come out.
Yeah, I don't
Enjoy
think
it.
you have to beg too hard though, because BDF Day has been a pretty big deal for a long time. There's already this presence about it, and then of course all the additional things that you guys just threw out there. The house on its own will bring a crowd. The paint party will bring a crowd. But I don't want to leave without mentioning the greater purpose behind this. Aside from introducing perhaps new recruits to join the forces, even the proceeds of this event goes to a bigger purpose as well. Can we highlight that?
Yes, so the proceeds of this event, which is done annually, is used to do 2 things. Well, 3 things actually. One, we have soldiers who would have passed in service and they have children that they would have left behind. And so what this money does is that it provides a scholarship fund so that they continue to go through that education process, as well as serving soldiers. Those who would have, their children would have met the standard, they also have the ability to apply to get to that fund. That's the first one. The second one is that we do have soldiers that are actively in the service that want to get further education, and so this fund provides them to do vocational training in electrical, AC, masonry, construction, and the likes. And the third one is that whenever we go on our rest and recreation, that fund also assists in terms of procurement of other stuff that you can use for the day-to-day events that you're going to do. So the money does go a far way, and every year we try to do as much to have the purse become a little bit bigger.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it's a worthy cause to support, aside from just bringing families together, supporting our Army men. You know, you guys have a tough job ahead, but this is that one time throughout the year where we can join you and kind of appreciate the work that you do while celebrating as well.
Yes.
As we wrap up the conversation, do you have any thanks you'd like to share to anyone? Mr. Solicitor, any sponsors of the event?
Honestly, Sabrina, if we were to go down the
It's too long.
it would the morning show would have to transition into a night show.
That sounds like you did a good job in begging.
Well, we're just grateful for the overwhelming support that we have gotten from our business
Yes.
allies.
All right. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me and, of course, sharing what people can expect tomorrow. Finally, you mentioned that there will be transportation. How can people reach out and access that? Will there be a central location?
What will happen is that the bus, which is provided to us through Premier Charters, will have an actual banner on it. And that will start at Pongyard, pass by Palote, and then go all the way to Price Barracks. And it will be transitioning back and forth from Price Barracks to Belize on the hour.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you very much as
I'm
well.
going to win my host. All right. Well, we do have to wrap things up at this time. We want to say a huge thank you to everyone who joined us. Also, you guys for locking in online as well. We appreciate your input. It is January 30th, and if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@greaterbelize.com. No one else is here to continue the line for me. And so if you want to catch us on Facebook, you can also do so at Open Your Eyes BC, as well as Instagram for behind the scenes contents. That's OIE Belize. You can even call us or text us. We have an OIE phone number. That's 675-2555. But please do us a favor and join us again on Monday when you open your eyes. Gentlemen, when you open your eyes, what do you do? Start your morning right. Yes! Start your morning right. Until then, be sure to keep your eyes, your mind, and your hearts wide open. Have a wonderful weekend, guys.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.